My name is Edward Richtofen, and I have been trying so very hard to do the right thing.
The cringe intros are back, baby. Dude, they're so bad. But what's up, soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another video. So today, guys, we're going to be ranking every single specialist weapon in Black Ops 4 Zombies. Now, we've had like 3.5 months, almost 4 months to use them, digest them, see which ones work better, and that's what we're going to be ranking in this video. I asked you guys on Twitter, what is the best specialist weapon? And I tallied up all of the votes. 100%, believe me, no scam at all. Like, seriously, I'll show a picture on screen right now. I literally tallied them all up, and we're going to be numbering them accordingly based off what you guys said. Now, I can already let you guys know that the Hellfire is going to be number 8 because it got 1 vote. And yeah, but I hope you guys do enjoy the video. I want to let you guys know that, like, after this goes live, probably about an hour after, I'm going to be streaming over on Twitch doing buried speedruns. So if that is something you guys want to see, make sure to come over to my Twitch and I will be sure to get the record. We're going for like a sub 10-minute time, and the record's like 11 minutes and something. So it's going to be a crazy good stream, and I'm really excited about it. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into the list. Coming in at the number 8 spot, I already spoiled it, it's the Hellfire. Yeah, no one uses this. If you voted for this, I'm sorry. But basically there's 3 different stages to every specialist. Stage 1, you unleash a torrent of liquid napalm, slowing and burning enemies over time. And one thing that not a lot of people actually know about this is every time you kill a zombie, you actually regain armor, which is really useful actually. In stage 2, you release a burst of pressurized air, and it knocks back enemies and slows stronger enemies. And then for stage 3, you summon a whirlwind of flames, and it insta kills every single zombie in the path, and also like it slows down like Brutus and stronger enemies like that. Coming in at the number 7 spot is going to be Overkill. Now this is like the death machine, I guess you could say. So the description for stage 1 is all you have to do is hold the trigger, spin the barrel, and deliver a deluge of lead. Rounds will cut through walls, armor, and anything else in its way, reducing most enemies into a fine red mist. And also the movement speed is decreased. Now for stage 2 of Overkill, it's actually a grenade launcher, which is pretty insane. You fire grenades from an attachment on the barrel, insta-killing most enemies in the blast zone. And the 3rd and final stage is called Tactical Nuke. Set the Overkill to self-destruct and hurl it at enemies for a devastating nuclear explosion. Most enemies are killed instantly, while stronger enemies or foes are heavily damaged. Points are shared between allies across the map, so you can actually get points for using it. It's pretty nice, and it comes in at the number 7 spot. Coming in at the number 6 spot is going to be the first from the Chaos storyline, and that is the Chakrams of Vengeance. Now, these are really good. So thrown Chakrams automatically ricochet at additional targets. That's going to be stage 1. Stage 2, you gain a movement speed boost while using the Chakrams, so you can move a little bit faster. And then for stage 3, this one is really good. So activate a deadly Chakram whirlwind around you. So this is really good for like reviving teammates. It's just going to go completely around you. You can like run into heavy enemies and you will kill them. It's literally one of my favorite attacks to use, and it's really good, like I said, for reviving teammates. Coming in at the number 5 spot is going to be the Scepter of Ra. Now, this is by far the best one to use when you're playing co-op, because what it does, even on stage 1, is you shoot a focus beam of energy that slows and burns foes and heals allies. So you can shoot it at any of the players on your team when they're down, and they will restore all their perks. So if they had 4 perks but they've been bleeding out for a super long time, and you still use the staff to revive them, they'll keep all their perks, which is super good. Now in stage 2, you gain resistance to catalyst damage, and I didn't even know that. Like, I'm just figuring this out now. And for stage 3, you plant a scepter on the ground and it creates a protective bubble, which is super cool. Enemies inside will slow and be damaged. And also, if you're the one that placed a Scepter of Ra and you're playing solo and you go down inside that bubble, you'll get revived automatically and it won't actually count as a down in solo, which is super helpful. So the Scepter of Ra comes in at the number 5 spot. Coming in at the number 4 spot is going to be the Viper and Dragon. Now for stage 1, you have a Viper, which is basically an extendable sword that acts like a bladed whip, and then you have the Dragon, which shoots a fiery mid-range blast. Now for stage 2, you have the Viper, but it swings twice in one like hurl, which makes it more effective as well. And then the Dragon fires explosive rounds on stage 2, and then on stage 3, the blade segments launch at and surround an enemy, and it attracts and shreds other enemies, while the Dragon expands to a 3-round capacity instead of 1 explosive blast. So this is definitely a really good one. It's great for speed runs. I know a lot of people like to use it on the gauntlets as well, so it comes in at the number 4 spot. Coming in at the number 3 spot is basically the exact same thing from the Aether storyline that is like the Scepter of Ra, and that is going to be the Ragnarok DG5s. Now for stage 1, you slam these spikes down to trigger a massive shockwave. If zombies get too close and it touches the spikes, they're electrocuted, which is really nice. Now for stage 2, it generates a powerful electrical field around your body and fires arcs of white hot electricity that ensnare and damage nearby enemies. And then for stage 3, it's called Power Plant. Plant both spikes and spawn a powerful electrical magnetic field. Enemies within the field are ensnared, killed, and slammed into the ground. Players inside will automatically be revived with perks restored. So you get to keep your perks as well, which is super nice, and you get automatically revived with all your perks. So that comes in at the number 3 spot. Coming in at the number 2 spot, and this one was kind of a toss-up between the number 1 spot. I think it had a difference of about 3 votes, so give or take, and that is going to be the Hammer of Valhalla. Now for stage 1, it's called Thunderstrike. Wield a mighty hammer that sends foes flying, regain armor while each foe is killed. So it's pretty nice, you regain armor every time you kill someone. The next one for stage 2 is place an electric storm that stuns enemies in the area. And then for stage 3, it's called Lightning Bolt, and you devastate enemies with a wide lightning bolt. Now honestly, I think the hammer is one of the most fun to use. Even on stage 1, if you get a huge horde of zombies in front of you and you swing that thing, they just go flying. You can send like Blight Fathers flying, all of the different heavy zombies flying. It is one of by far the most satisfying specialists in zombies for sure. This one is so fun to use, and it had to be high on the list. You guys really seem to like it, so yeah, the Hammer of Valhalla comes in at the number 2 spot. And coming in at the number 1 spot is going to be the Path of Sorrows Katana. So for stage 1, you cut your enemies down with a legendary katana, and you increase your movement speed while it's out. The next one is Merciless Dash. Raise your blade and charge forward, decapitating foes in your path. Stronger enemies are heavily damaged and stunned. And then for stage 3 of the katana, or the Path of Sorrows, by the power of the blade, you are rendered invisible to enemies. So it's like having zombies blood, which is super useful. So the katana is by far one of my favorite to use. I love using it when you're doing speed runs. You can move faster. I've only done a few speed runs on like the Project Scatty Easter egg, and I always pull it out because you can run faster when it's charged, which is really helpful. And also it's pretty decent on Blood of the Dead. It's great for when I'm doing headshots and I need to get out of a tricky situation. I just pull it out, all the enemies get sent back a little bit, so it gives me a little bit of free room if I'm like stuck in a corner or something. So the Path of Sorrows is by far my favorite out of all the specialists, but I want to know which specialist is your favorite down below in the comment section, guys. My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe if you're new. And once again, I'm going to be streaming over on Twitch, doing some buried speedruns, so if you guys want to come and watch, it will be the top link in the description. I hope to see you guys there. Peace out.